1988 to 2017. Rest in peace, Derrick Rose. We appreciated all of your hard work throughout all of these years. We appreciated you at Memphis and with the Bulls back in your prime. And even last year when we thought you resurrected with the Knicks. We appreciate everything about you, Derrick. I know Ben is having a really hard time reconciling the fact that you might not even be in the NBA anymore. We just never thought about 5 years ago that you would no longer be with us. So all of us fans with the NBA, we just want to say thank you for all you've done. This has been a PSA brought to you by the Water Boys. And this is Zack. And the kid crying next to me, his name is Ben. And we're both heartbroken about the Derrick Rose news. Ben, what do you have to think about Derrick Rose?
Yeah, real talk though, it's really sad.
For real, man. He's maybe him more than like any other guy in NBA history has just been completely screwed over by injuries.
It sucks. You think about him being the youngest MVP ever, and just how quickly it went downhill from there. All from a fourth quarter injury when they were winning anyway. It's it really is sad
It sucks.
seeing him having to step away from the team right now to like assess whether he can even still play in the NBA. It's just golly. It is you're right. It is one of like the most just like heartbreaking injuries for an NBA player that at least I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, for
Um
sure. I mean, yeah.
Greg Oden comes to mind too. Granted, we never saw how good he could be,
Yeah.
but from what people were saying, like it's a we saw less of Greg Oden than we've seen of Derrick Rose, obviously. But it's tantalizing to think what could have been in both cases.
Yeah, like I mean, Derrick Rose, he looked like a generational talent when he was in his prime. In his prime, when he was 22 or 23 with the Bulls. I
Exactly.
mean, he was just so young and just so gifted. Granted, he couldn't shoot much, but he could just explode out of the gym. He could do everything. He was, oh my gosh, I could see a little bit of Allen Iverson in him, but a little bit more athletic than Iverson even was.
It's interesting to think what he could be now in the NBA with just like the turn that the NBA's taken with so many three pointers being shot now,
Yeah.
to where if he never would have gotten injured, what would his role be in the NBA now? Don't get me wrong, like he still obviously would be a great player.
Oh yeah.
Um, I think where his usefulness would be now is being able to beat people off the dribble and find shooters open on the wing, or people respect the shooters on the wing, and D Rose can just fly to the rim and
Hmm.
finish with ease there.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, the whole Derrick Rose story, like we just thought we had to touch on it because like it just sucks. I mean, his even like last year with the Knicks, his numbers weren't bad, really.
I mean, yeah, he still put up 18 points a game. The dude can still ball.
Hmm.
From what I saw, I read an article about it. It's like it's more of the mental toll of just constantly being injured that's I guess it's taking a toll on him. Um, and I kind of know about it. I've torn my ACL 3 times, and not being able to play after like rehabbing it and just doing everything you need to do to get healthy again, and then just to have it go out on you again, it's like it's maddening. And I'm not an NBA player by any means, but like, yeah, it sucks.
Well, I'm sure it makes you very upset because it's completely out of your control. I mean, I'm sure that he, conditioned and stretched and everything the way everybody else did, and he was the one who got screwed with having all these injuries.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like,
Where's the justice?
yeah, I don't know. I mean, this dude was putting up plus like 23 points a game before he got injured, and then it kind of went down from there. Just like because his game is predicated on his athleticism, and if he doesn't have that athleticism, then what is he gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I almost think Derrick Rose is now going to be like held in the same sentence as like Grant Hill or like Tracy McGrady or like those guys who are very good when they're like fully healthy.
And the only problem with it is that we had a larger sample size of those guys
Mhm.
performing, whereas Derrick Rose only had like three. He had 3 seasons of being like elite in his, and then plus his rookie year, which was good, but obviously not elite.
Yeah.
So we only had 4 years of like the real Derrick Rose, whereas McGrady and Hill still had like good careers before they got derailed when they were older.
Yeah. Not when they were friggin' 23 or 24, however old he was.
Exactly, and so I think like the question comes is Derrick Rose a Hall of Famer for people, and I think it's a hard question.
It's a very hard question. He would be the first MVP to not make it into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. But I think like there's no question if he was to stay completely healthy the rest of his career that he would be a Hall of Famer.
Oh,
I
obviously.
mean, there's no question. I mean, this is the Basketball Hall of Fame, so this takes into account, like college and all that stuff. And in my opinion, I think he should be a Hall of Famer.
If that's your reasoning, though, his wins at Memphis got vacated,
yeah,
so you can't take they wouldn't recognize that.
yeah, that's true. I mean, that sucks. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but I still think he should be a Hall of Famer. I feel like he's done enough to where it's like I think you need to take those injuries into account.
Maybe like some sympathy votes.
Yeah, I'd give him a sympathy vote.
It's tough. Man, it is tough. I guess it's hard to not put him in.
Yeah,
But at the same time, if he ends up retiring this year, he's only played 9 seasons in the NBA. Actually, 9 seasons. 9 seasons in the NBA. Right now, his career totals, he's putting up 19.4 points a game, 6 assists, a couple steals.
I mean, yeah. Gosh, it's so hard. Granted, there's worse players in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but they've done it over a longer period of time.
You see, but I don't really care. I think I don't care about the longevity. I think it's about like how good are you? It's about the talent. I think that's what it should be about. It shouldn't be like, oh, let's put Bill Walton into the Hall of Fame because he played for 20 years
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
and he won a couple of rings.
Bill Walton didn't play for 20 years, did he?
I
Didn't
don't
Bill
know.
Walton get injured?
I don't know.
Isn't he in this conversation?
I don't. Okay, well, all right. Tangent. Bill Walton. I don't really
Nope,
like.
I'm proving him wrong. Hold
Okay, here we go. Well, that's what I was going to say. I was going to introduce the tangent because we gotta look up Bill Walton's stats here just so he can prove me to be an idiot.
Yeah, you are an idiot.
Does look like he's had a lot of injuries. Okay.
I was gonna say I thought because Bill Walton's in this conversation too of what could he have been if he didn't get injured.
Yes. What were his career numbers though?
13 points, 8 rebounds. But again, before he got injured in Portland, he was putting up 17 and 11.
Okay. Well,
never mind, 17 and 14.
Derrick Rose is still clearly better
in
his prime.
Then 17 and 14.
In Derrick Rose's prime, come on.
Sure.
Well, I mean, that's what you're essentially doing was comparing their primes, or like when they were their best.
That's fair.
So I would say Derrick Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't have any rings.
I'll say he is too.
Yeah.
Just because, well, yeah, he was really good in his prime.
It's hard to keep him out. Plus, I just feel so dang bad for the guy. D Rose, we miss you.
Yeah.
Already.
Hopefully he can. I want to see him come back from it, but at the same time, I completely understand if he just needs to step away.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but I think that's all that can be said about Derrick Rose.
Yep. Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Twitter in the description down below.
This has been a somber Waterboys issue here. Okay? Issue. We're not a magazine. This has been a very somber Waterboys video. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep. Stay hydrated out there, folks.